We've come to the part of our list where we really start to annoy people. Half-Life 2, you are number 4 of the top 100 video games of all time. And I know a lot of people just want to slap us right now.
Why? Because it's not higher?
Yeah.
I wish I could say this was a pleasant surprise, but it's neither a surprise nor, as you will surely agree, very pleasant.
This game means a lot to a lot of people out there. There are people, I think, camping in front of Valve right now wondering where Half-Life 3 is.
That's where we would be if we weren't doing this show.
Yeah.
You know what? You have forgotten how good this game is. You have forgotten how huge in scope and ambitious this game is. You have forgotten that this game is an incredible adventure game and it's an incredible first-person shooter.
Yes, it is, and I don't want to deride the Modern Warfares and the Halos and everything else out there, but the concussive, unending machine gun bursts and blasts and explosions of those titles have kind of deadened our senses to the subtleties and the gracefulness of Valve's story-wrought adventure that you really get lost in. This is a game that delivers on so many different levels and gives you so many different surprises that it becomes more than what the medium usually suggests.
You have my gratitude, Doctor.
There are vehicular sections of this game that are superb.
Yes.
All right, let's get off before the next ride starts.
I love how literary the game is, too. I love that at the start of each section they have little titles, one of my favorite titles in the game. I always think of this title for some reason, We Don't Go to Ravenholm.
Yeah.
And that's the title, and you are going to Ravenholm to do something, and that's where, of course, you start to learn how the gravity gun operates. I mean, this game has so many tricks in its bag of tricks. It puts almost every video game in history to shame. It makes everybody else look lazy by comparison.
Well, that's why it's so high up on the list. And the first Half-Life game is still an amazing marvel of a game. Even if the graphics look very crude by today's standards, it still delivered some really cool science, some really cool authenticity to the fantasy that they were building in this thing. You feel like you're in Gordon Freeman's boots. You feel the threat of City 17. You feel the threat of all of these Machiavellian characters that are surrounding you and all of these stormtrooper-like henchmen that are zapping you with electric cattle prods and stuff.
Some of the most memorable characters in video game history are in this game. Alex Vance, who I have written lots of fan fiction for.
She's not replying because she's not real.
Okay.
There's a sense of mystery about it. I don't understand it. I don't understand the G-Man. I don't understand the time travel necessarily. A part of my brain is always devoted to working out this world, to thinking about this world. I mean, I love the fact that Valve is so confident that they can give you a world that isn't necessarily logical, that doesn't always make sense, but you are absolutely gripped and fascinated by it.
I'm all but certain it was Gordon Freeman.
We're laying on the hyperboles now.
And the superlatives, but you know what? We can't find enough of them, so let's look back in time at some of our first reactions to Half-Life 2.
I gotta say, in Half-Life 2, I was in this story and this world that they've created. The facial animations on the characters, you'd be talking
They're
to
really
people
coming to
and
life around you, aren't they? It's insane.
It's incredible.
The story isn't so much about the music in that game. I mean, it does have some nice music interspersed throughout the action.
But they got Lou Gossett Jr.
It's the voiceover acting. It's all of the, you know, the environmental effects and all of the bullets ricocheting all over the place.
The single-player experience in Half-Life 2 is absolutely unbelievable.
From the moment you put the disc in and you start playing the game, it felt like I was in Minority Report, and I was running from people the entire time. Lots and lots of great visceral detail in Half-Life 2.
And that's
and
great.
If you haven't played Half-Life 2, you owe it to yourself to play it. It's one of the best video games ever created.
So there you are, Valve, and all of your incredibly talented centuries. Half-Life 2, you are number 4 on the top 100 video games of all time.